In the next 30 days, I'm going to summarize each chapter of a book that I read to you. And how would that benefit you? It would benefit you because you don't have to read the book. I have read the book just for me to summarize it for you. So, we're starting with How Successful People Grow. And I've just finished reading chapter 1, and I can tell you this book is already a very, very good. Okay, so let's get into it. So, he first of all talked about some blockers for why people don't grow, why people don't take personal growth seriously, is because number one, people are scared of making mistakes. And he says by Warren Burks, I'm going to put it up here, that mistakes are another way of learning. So when you make a mistake, it is another way for you to not do something or for you to do something. Do you understand? So without mistakes, we're not going to grow. And also the thought or the assumption that because when we were babies, we grew, and we are as big as we are, or as we are as tall as we are, and that was just automatic and that was just on its own. Well, personal growth is something you have to be intentional about. You cannot just be that person or be someone who is knowledgeable. You cannot just become someone who knows it all without putting something in here. So it's like personal growth is something you have to be intentional about, and you don't have to worry, you don't have to fear, you don't have to be afraid of making mistakes, because mistakes are good. Mistakes are another way for you to learn. And also, you cannot achieve mastery if you do not start. So the fear of most people, might like myself sometimes, is if I start, I just want it to be perfect. I want it to be perfect before starting. That fear of that perfection, that idea of perfection would always keep us from growing because we just want it to be perfect. But do you know, he gave analogy in this book that I loved so much. He said there is something about driving. When you drive, it is especially when you're driving at night and you're going through a route you haven't passed before. It is the further you move, the further you realize the route and you begin to learn about the route. So you would never know if you don't start. You would never arrive at that perfect way of doing things if you never start. So that is it for today as regarding how successful people grow, chapter 1. See you next time for chapter 2. And you can just click on the follow button or the notification bell to remember every time I post something about this book. Bye.